Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Afnan's 9pm. Now, this fragrance is very popular on social media such as TikTok or Instagram. It is a Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male clone, so you already know it's going to be very popular because all the kids want Jean Paul Gaultier. They want to smell sweet, attractive, and mass appealing. The appearance of this bottle is actually pretty cool in my opinion. This cap is very heavy. It's metal. You could definitely kill someone with it if you threw it at them. The atomizer is plastic, surprisingly. That kind of caught me off guard because typically in these type of fragrances it would be metal. But if you're paying as low as I did, like 25 bucks for this, a plastic atomizer, you can't really complain. But this whole bottle, it's very thick glass, very high quality glass. And on the front you have this sort of black sticker-ish thing. I can't really tell how they got it on. Looks like it might be sandwiched in the layers of glass. But the little 9pm logo here, and then you have the house concentration and amount right there. It is an eau de parfum and it is 100 milliliters. Not sure if you can see that. And as you can see, I've used a good bit of this. This was my signature for a little while actually when I was getting into fragrances. This is my third fragrance that I ever got, so I've had it for a while. I got this in like February. So definitely something I've used a lot and have a lot of experience with. So this fragrance actually is $100 retail, but nobody really is going to be buying this retail. It is currently listed for $39 on Joma Shop for this 100 milliliter, which I'm pretty sure is the only size it has. Or you can buy a tester for like $29, which is interesting. I didn't know they would have testers of 9pm, but you know, you learn something new every day. This came out in 2020, so it's been a good 4 years, but I feel like it didn't really get too popular until like 2022, and then really blew up in 2023 for sure. Now, honestly, the reason why I got this fragrance, I kind of hate to say it, but I got it because everyone on Fragrance TikTok was saying it was amazing. I was just getting into fragrances and colognes. I only had two at the time. I only had Versace Eros and Nautica Voyage. And everyone said this was great. It was only 25 bucks. I bought this along with Versace Hawash from the TikTok shop. Luckily, it is real. I made sure to buy it from someone with like 20k reviews. And honestly, I'm really thankful I got it. I wore this a good bit. I've gotten compliments from it before. I wore this when I first started dating my girlfriend, and she said part of the reason she dated me was because I smelled great. So honestly, I attribute some of that to Afnan 9pm for sure. Alright, so now I'm going to spray a 9pm, and the atomizer is actually pretty decent. It's just average, I'd say, 5 out of 10 atomizer. And the opening of this fragrance actually, it's very fruity. You definitely get like a big apple/pear opening. Very fruity. You get a little bit of like lavender. And that's about it. It's almost, it smells almost rubbery in a way, which is kind of interesting. In like a good way though, like a new toy or like a new bouncy ball. Just a little tinge of that. It goes away really quick, but that was just an interesting thing that I found that this has. It also has a touch of freshness. Almost smells like a little bit of ginger, but I don't think that's like a listed note or anything. But almost smells like a little bit of ginger. I definitely realized after having this for a couple of months, it got a little bit fresher over time, which is really interesting. This definitely smelled more different the first 1 or 2 months that I had it. But now the opening is pretty much just apple/pear, lavender, and then a little bit of like ginger-like sort of smelling. But like I said, I don't really think it's a listed note. Now I have the dry down sprayed in my little elbow crease right here, and it definitely gets a lot more vanillic in the dry down, and you get a little bit of cinnamon, but it's not like a spicy cinnamon, it's like a very sweet cinnamon. You still have that fruitiness, that apple/pear, a little bit of that lavender, and the ginger pretty much just completely goes away. But yeah, definitely some very prominent vanilla and some very prominent sort of sweet cinnamon. Not like in Angel's Share or not like in Lattafa's Camera, not that type of cinnamon that kind of stings your nose. It's very vanillic cinnamon. Honestly, I would say this is a perfectly unisex fragrance. I could totally smell this on a girl and not think twice. Honestly, I've been considering getting my girlfriend a Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male cologne just so I can smell it on her. maybe, I know there's a different one by Lattafa that I could get for her. Because honestly, the Ultra Male DNA is definitely unisex, and that makes 9pm unisex as well. But if a man was wearing it, I wouldn't think twice, and if a woman was wearing it, I wouldn't think twice. So it's definitely right down the middle, exactly unisex. Now let's check out what Fragrantica has as the listed notes of this fragrance. Alright, I have the Fragrantica Notes pulled up on my phone for Afnan 9pm. And in the top notes, it has apple, cinnamon, wild lavender, and bergamot. Like I said, I definitely smell that apple. It's a very fruity fragrance. The apple is all the way through. The cinnamon, honestly, I don't really smell in the top. I definitely smell it much more during the dry down. And then wild lavender, which I don't know if there's a difference there between wild lavender and just lavender, but I definitely smell lavender in the opening of this fragrance. And then it also has bergamot, which I think is where I was getting that sort of ginger-like smell. Like I said, I didn't really think it was ginger, but that is definitely what I'm getting now that I read that. And then the middle notes, it has 2 white floral notes, orange blossom and lily of the valley. Honestly, I do not get either of those. I don't get any floral notes at all in this fragrance, but that's okay. Sometimes middle notes are kind of skipped over in a fragrance's lifespan. Middle notes kind of take the shortest amount of time of the fragrance. Then in the base, it has vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and patchouli. Now, vanilla and tonka bean are 2 notes that kind of have become synonymous with each other. Vanilla and tonka bean are typically present along with each other, and they smell very, very similar. So I can definitely get both of those. The amber, yeah, I think that's kind of what I was smelling, making the cinnamon a more sweet, warm cinnamon. Like I said, it's not as much of like a piercing cinnamon. I think the combination of those two is what's giving me that smell. And then patchouli. Honestly, I don't really even smell any patchouli. I think you can just disregard that listed note for sure. Alright, so when it comes to performance of this fragrance, this is actually a pretty strong fragrance, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely above average. I typically do 9 to 10 sprays with my fragrances, but this I'll probably do a little bit less because it's pretty strong and it's pretty sweet. It also lasts a really good amount of time, around 10 hours on skin and even longer on clothes. You'll have it for multiple days if you spray this on clothes. Now, in its lifespan, it is going to be projecting off your skin for the first like 4 hours, and then the last 6 hours of its existence on your skin, it's going to be much more of a closer skin scent. But if you spray more than 5 sprays, then people will definitely not struggle to smell you 8-9 hours in. Honestly, I can recommend this for all year round, maybe a little bit less in the summer, but now that this fragrance has matured a little bit, honestly, like I said, it gets a little bit fresher. Which is interesting. I think that bergamot just kind of comes out a little bit more and lasts a little bit longer. But I can definitely recommend this for all year round. This can be your signature scent for sure. Definitely shines the most in fall and winter because it's super sweet, has a vanilla, amber, tonka bean, cinnamon, but it has that fruitiness and that bergamot lavender that can keep it all year round, and as long as you don't spray too much, you probably won't annoy anybody. I never really get annoyed by anyone overspraying fragrances, but I know a lot of people can be, so just be mindful of others. So honestly, my final rating for Afnan 9pm is going to be an 8.7 out of 10. This is a super nice fragrance, especially for the price. It smells really good. Ultra Male DNA, everybody loves it. I haven't had anyone tell me that they don't like this fragrance, because I have had people tell me before that I don't smell good, which is interesting. Those are interesting conversations to have. But it smells really good. The price is amazing, and it has really good longevity. So 8.7 is what After 9pm is going to get. Super nice fragrance. I do like the original Ultra Male just a little bit better, but this is going to get you 90% of the way and is definitely going to give you that DNA of fragrance if that's all you're looking for, especially for this price. So I recommend this to all guys, definitely more younger guys. This definitely fits more of a life of the party, very social, outgoing person, but anyone could wear this, really. I say under the age of 30 is kind of where I'd have that cut off. Smelling this on like a dad or an older guy would just be a little bit confusing, honestly. It would be pleasant, but it would just be a little bit confusing. But it's still a great fragrance, especially for younger guys, like I said. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you did enjoy. It really means a lot to me trying to grow this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.